This problem, we're going to review how to calculate a dopamine drip infusion. While it may seem like there's a lot of work to it and a lot of numbers, if we just follow some of the basic principles of doing the problem, everything falls right into place. What we do is take the patient's weight in pounds and convert it to kilograms. 260 pounds, if we cut that in half, we get 130. We move the decimal point 1 point to the left, and we get 13. 130 minus 13 is 117. 260 pounds is also 117 kilograms. While this may appear complex, this is the formula that we're going to use for figuring out this math problem. So on the top, desired dose times our drip factor, which is our tubing size, times our weight in kilograms, times our volume on hand, and that's all over concentration on the bottom. We want to have like units above and below in the problem, so 400 milligrams is equal to 400,000 micrograms. So here's an example of how this problem is set up. 5 mics times 60 drops per minute times 117 kilograms times 250 ml all over 400,000 micrograms. While that seems like a massive number, and it is, we have some simple ways to make that number a little bit more manageable. So we're going to do some simplification and make this problem a little bit more manageable. First thing I'm going to do is cancel out zeros. Remember, for every zero I cancel out above the line, there has to be one below the line. So I have 2 zeros above the line, which means I have 2 zeros below also. So I'm going to cancel those out with, as you can see in the green ink. Next, I'm going to simplify the 25 and the 4,000. So 25 goes into 25 one time, and 25 goes into 4,000 160 times. Next, 5 goes into 5 one time, and 5 goes into 160 32 times, as you can see with the blue ink. Next, I am going to do the 6 and the 32, I should say. 2 goes into 6 3 times, as you see with the orange ink, and 2 goes into 32 16 times. So we're going to rewrite this problem to make it a little bit easier to work with. But by doing this, I've taken my number and made it much, much smaller and a little bit easier to work with. So now, after I clean everything up, I have 1 times 3 times 117 times 1 over 16, which equals 351 over 16. Much more easier to work with. Remember, we're going to turn this one stage to the right, 351 on the inside, 16 on the outside. So 16 goes into 35 2 times. 2 times 16 is 32. 35 minus 32 is 3. I'm going to bring down that 1 that's remaining from the 351. 16 goes into 31 one time. 1 times 16 is 16. 31 minus 16 is 15. I can't divide it any further, so I'm going to, as seen in the green, I'm going to drop a decimal point next to the 21, bring down to 0, and 16 goes in 159 times. And 9 times 16 is 144 with a remainder of 6. So, in order to achieve our desired dose of 5 mics per kilo per minute, we have to administer 21.9 drops per minute to our patient.